On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps, in the morning, yeah, we're going to kick it off with some updates. Now the first update we're going to talk about a fatal knockings and clappings that took place on Monday over there in Crusher Lane in Portmore, St. Catherine. Now that knockings and clappings was between an alleged criminal element and also police officers attached to the St. Catherine South Police Division. So in yesterday morning's vlog, I spoke about what the police report stated. And the police report stated that sometime around 7 p.m., the police special team went into that area in Old Brayton, and they were in search of a suspect that is said to be wanted by the Clarendon police. The suspect in question is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Demar Williams. The police stated that the suspect was conned up during a reported confrontation, and a Taurus pistol with 5 rounds of ammunition was taken from him. The police stated that they took him to the hospital where he was pronounced you know what. Now residents are refuting the claims of the police, and I have spoken to several eyewitnesses to what they say had taken place. Now they are stating that the police came in the area in unmarked vehicles, not wearing police uniforms, but some were dressed in police pullovers, the vests. And it is said that the young man was coming from a nearby shop, and when the police saw him, they jumped out of the unmarked car and said, "Police, don't move." And him being frightened, I'm not sure what had taken place, but they said that shots rang out and the man fell to the ground. It is said that when the young man fell to the ground, he stated, and I quote, "Officers, me are 16, I wanna shot me." And it is said that another police officer went over him and finished him. It is said that him get shot in his neck, the left side of his neck or the right side of his neck, some side of the neck, and other parts of his body. The residents also stated that the policemen picked up the spent casings from off the ground, quickly placed his body in a police vehicle and whisked off with him before anyone could actually get the number or to say where that police vehicle that took him away is attached to. So residents are crying foul play, stating that the person that lost his life, that's Demar Williams, is not a criminal element. He did not have any firearm. In fact, one eyewitness stated that they could have heard 2 distinct different firearms being fired. They stated that they heard the firearm of the police, the M16 rifle, and then they heard another sound seemingly coming from a smaller weapon, which is said to be the Taurus pistol that they alleged that was placed on the deceased man, stating that that is the firearm that he had shooting at the police. Now, they are stating that he was only in the area to visit a friend who was celebrating a birthday and that he is from the Chapelton community all the way over there in the Clarendon Police Division. So efforts have been made by On The Spot News Media to reach out to persons within that particular space who would have the necessary information to give to say whether or not that this young man is wanted. I have not gotten a response as yet from my correspondents. So I am indeed waiting to see if he has come up on the list as being wanted by the Clarendon police. Now, the residents are crying foul play, but I eagerly await the Indicom report to see their findings. And then, of course, I will most definitely be updating you subsequently. So, my peeps, another side of the story. Yeah, man. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is still coming out of the St. Catherine South Police Division, but this time in the troubled community of Old Harbour, where on Tuesday night, this man, presently on your screen, identified as Davin O'Sullivan, aka Beanie Man, lost his life to a bunch of criminal elements. Now, it is said that he is 30 years of age and also a fisherman from the Old Harbour community. Now, reports reaching On The Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 3:10 p.m., Davin O'Sullivan, aka Beanie Man, was at home when explosions were heard, and checks later revealed that he was conned up and seriously injured. He was, however, assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was officially pronounced you know what. But guess what, my peeps? This brother here, presently on your screen, is a known and reputed criminal element. Yeah, man. So as far back as from 2015, March 17, there was reports that he was being housed at the 100-man police station, at the 100-man police lockup, for a slew of firearm-related charges. It is said that he was one of many that escaped that police lockup in 2015. He was then later caught by the police, brought before the courts, but because of technicalities, he was freed from all charges. And he went back in the streets of Old Harbour and continued his rant as a known criminal element. So Tuesday night was his final night, and that is when he met with Mr. Death, as his other criminal rivals came and make sure that they have him no more as a rival. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now to the youths and youths them out there, may I tell you now, crime is the easiest way out of this life if you want. So if 6'6" being in a cemetery is definitely what you seek to attain, then a life of crime will surely give you exactly that. Yeah, man. Now, the next update, my peeps, is surrounding the vlog that I did yesterday evening, where the mother of this criminal element, presently on your screen identified as Junior James, otherwise known as Shatter, was seen in a video hollering, bawling out her throat, I beg for justice. Yeah, man. We also heard where his spouse was stating that the police them murder him unjustly. But this brother here wasn't innocent by a long shot. He was the criminal element that the police went to seek after in Savannah Lamar Tuesday. And it is said that they was met with a firefight from him, and he was taken out in that firefight as a result of him firing his weapon in the direction of the police. So this known criminal element had a lengthy criminal history in the Westmoreland Police Division that spanned over a decade. So the first addition to Shatter's criminal record came in 2014 when he was charged for breaching the Law Reform Act. The second one came in a year later on October 4th, 2015, as he was charged with a double fatal knockings and clappings earlier that year in August. The victims in that double fatal knockings and clappings carried out by this criminal element has since been identified as 43-year-old shopkeeper Ricardo Sinclair, but them call him Lion in High Streets, and also a 18-year-old student identified as Ajani Sinclair, but he's more popularly known as Ziggy. Seems like a father and son. Police records also shows that Shatter also committed another fatal knockings and clappings of a man known as Howard Hughes, otherwise known as Chubby. His criminal record would see a third entry in November 22 of 2016 when he was arrested following a police operation in Savannah Lamar. He would later be charged for breaching the Law Reform Act. In December of 2016, Shatter was slapped with multiple charges, including a fatal knockings and clappings of Ralph Blair. He was also charged with robbery with aggravation and assault at common law. Now, in January of 2017, Shatter also was remanded by the police for the fatal knockings and clappings of Francis Barrett. Shatter was also charged with Barrett's fatality as well as a robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm. The next 3 years would see no further additions to Shatter's criminal records. But he broke that drought in 2021 when the then 28-year-old Shatter, along with 3 other men, broke into a man's house and robbed him of over $450,000 in cash. For this crime, he was charged with illegal possession of firearm and also robbery with aggravation. He was alleged to have taken the life of 2 men following this incident. We are talking about O'Shane Romano in 2022 and also Ronaldo White in 2024. Last February, he was wanted for a wounding with intent. The victim was Mark Watson, who succumbed to his injuries days after the attack. Claimed someone else was responsible for the attack. Watson's son refuted this, claiming that it was Shatter and another man that attacked his father. Shatter's reign of terror in the Westmoreland Police Division came to an end on Tuesday, March 4th, when he was fatally taken out in a hail of bullets during a police operation in the community of Gullybanks in Savannah Lamar. The police stated that a submachine gun with 4 rounds of ammunition was seized in that particular incident. So the mother we a ball and a holler and a rant and rage, and also to the Krasmite girl we used to sleep with him. The 2 of you need to go sit down and go get on a black frack. Yeah man, fool no time I know for ball. Go and go bury fool no dead. Yeah man, wanna see the long rap sheet. Probably I not even ball on a ball. Same dead, you know. Ball on a ball, say the free money and the political spoils. Now go come in no more. Boy, me I tell you my peeps. The thing rough. Now, the last thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. James Police Division, where a St. James farmer has been charged with murder, using a firearm to commit a felony, following a fatal knockings and clappings of a man at a party in Hampton District on Saturday, March 8th. So the accused man in question, who was charged by the police, has since been identified as 36-year-old Ryan Bernard, said to be of a retirement address in Gutters. It is stated that he is charged in connection with the fatal knockings and clappings of Ashwani Thompson, also a labourer of Hampton District. So reports from the police would suggest that sometime around 4:30 a.m., both men were among patrons at a party in the community when Bernard allegedly canned up Thompson in the head. It is said that he got the cans in his head whilst he was seated in a car. Bernard then fled the area on foot. It is said that Thompson was rushed to the hospital where he was officially pronounced you know what. So following investigations, the lawmen conducted an operation in the Hampton area on Monday, March 11 and apprehended Bernard at his home. He was subsequently charged and his court date is presently being finalized by the police. So my peeps, the knockings and clappings continues. And fortunately for us, there was no reported fatality, none at all, right across the length and breadth of Jamaica last night. The only reports we got that there was 2 fatal accidents. So that, my peeps, I could definitely get used to hearing. But anyways, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.